Hi Girl Scouts and friends of Girl Scouts. It's Leanna Clark, CEO of Girl Scouts of Colorado, and I am so excited that you can join me here for a very important and special conversation with Julia Trujillo. And Julia joins us today. She is a Gold Award Girl Scout here at Girl Scouts of Colorado, and she has also been named one of 10 National Gold Award Girl Scouts, which is a huge honor. She competed against thousands of Gold Award girls around the nation for this prestigious honor, and we are going to get to know Julia a little bit better today. So with that, Julia, I would just love to ask some questions and have a conversation.
For my Gold Award, I worked with a state representative to draft and lobby on and testify on behalf of a state bill that would expand access to menstrual products in low-income schools in Colorado. This honestly began in my own high school, where I had started an intersectional feminist club with my best friend, and one of our first meetings we sort of realized that we all had shared experiences with difficulties like handling our menstrual cycles with dignity and efficiency in the school environment, and everyone that we knew had all these stories of bleeding through their clothes, having to leave school, having to call a parent, and so we wanted to just get menstrual products put in our restrooms. We thought that would be like a really simple task, but it really wasn't. Our administration had a lot of pushback, and we just had to go through a lot of obstacles, and it made me realize that if I had to go through those loops to get like a basic necessity in my own high school, then people everywhere would, so I wanted to address that on like a bigger scale.
Tell me how your friends and your peers and others at school reacted to this undertaking.
I think that it was definitely like something that spiraled from a small project into larger and larger, and it was really cool to see the support from my peers and people in my community. Definitely everyone was very receptive of it, and there was a lot of people who didn't see this as a priority, thought that it wasn't important, but I think that there was equally enough support in people who saw this as an important issue, who were alongside us and testifying on behalf of the bill, which was really cool as well. We were able to use this momentum to get commitments from the two largest school districts in Colorado to put menstrual products in their schools, which is huge and really great, including DPS, and they have a really high population of students in free and reduced lunch programs, so that's really great. And I also have commitments from other legislators, so I'm definitely hoping that in the future, when things get better with the state budget, that we'll be able to introduce like a similar initiative.
Tell me what you learned through the process of the project.
I learned so much. I learned one thing, that I have a passion for politics and that I'm interested in going into that field, which is really cool, something I didn't know about myself. I learned that you need to be really persistent in the face of opposition, and if you're told no, to just ask again and really demand to be heard.
Well, Girl Scouts is really about leadership development, and you are just the epitome of that, so it's just really amazing. And I know you're taking a gap year, and you have a $20,000 scholarship as part of the National Gold Award Girl Scout Award. Tell me about what you're doing now. I know you're doing an internship. How's that going to set you up for the future?
So I'm currently interning for Representative Brianna Titone, who worked on the bill with me. It's been really awesome to just learn more about the legislative process and kind of get in the scene a little more, and definitely going to continue on this field and pursue politics in my future. I'm very excited about it.
Where would you like to be in 10 years?
Oh boy, I think in 10 years I would love to either be in office or kind of working in political journalism. In like an ideal world, it would be really cool to have a podcast where I talk about current events. That would be really cool.
What was your first thought when you were notified that you were a National Gold Award Girl Scout?
Definitely disbelief. It's just like really crazy. My mom was my troop leader, and she worked for Girl Scouts for 15 years, so I grew up going to the Women of Distinction events and Gold Award events eventually, and like idolizing all of the girls who did all those amazing achievements. So it's really crazy to like consider myself one of them and be able to be amongst such amazing company.
How has Girl Scouts impacted your life?
Girl Scouts has really shaped like the way I see my role in the world. At Girl Scout camp, when we would always say to leave places better than you found them, I think that's something that I've applied a lot to how I see the world, and like wanting to make things better than the world that I've inherited, which I think in a lot of ways is a broken one, and a lot of things are really rough right now for a lot of people. So definitely it's made me see my place in the world as wanting to improve that, I guess.
I know you spoke to the United Nations.
Yeah, that event was so incredible. I definitely wouldn't have up until when I did my Gold Award, I feel like it definitely changed how I see my place in the world, and I would consider myself a world changer today and in the future for sure.
What would you say to parents and to girls to encourage them to become Girl Scouts and to get involved?
I would say it's that being a Girl Scout is such an amazing way to like learn about yourself and to develop character and strength and have a sisterhood of Girl Scouts who are going to be there for you to support you throughout your life and all the challenges and growth that you have. And I would not trade my Girl Scouting experience for anything. I think that every young girl should be in Girl Scouts. As you get older, the cool thing about Girl Scouts is that you really can make it what you want it to be. And in my troop, we definitely were able to like focus on developing more like character skills, like I said, and just leadership.
So Julia, when you're not Girl Scouting, what else do you like to do?
I have a lot of hobbies. I like to paint, I write poetry, I've been learning to skateboard recently since quarantine, I play tennis, and I also play trumpet.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Well, thank you for having me.